Michael Martone was born in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and was educated in the public schools there. His first published work, a poem titled Recharging Time, and a character sketch, Tim the Experience, about his brother, appeared in the Forum, an annual literary magazine produced by the school system featuring contributions of its students. His mother, a high school freshman English teacher at the time, in fact wrote the poem in the character sketch, signing her son's name to the work and sending it into the editor, another English teacher at a Southside Junior High School who had been a sorority sister, Kappa Alpha Theta, in college. Indeed, most of his papers written for school were written by his mother. Examples include English research papers, history term papers, translations from the Latin, speeches, and lab reports. It began innocently enough with his mother writing his essays, the prose supposedly dictated by the son to his mother, whose penmanship was far and away more legible. This arrangement, her son sitting across the kitchen table, in a sense thinking out loud as she transcribed his thoughts with the same pen she used to grade her own students' papers, engendered in her a very active editorial intervention, which began to shape the spontaneous utterances emanating from her son. Soon the situation evolved to the point where her son sat silently while she wrote an original response to his initial prompt. Once she finished the first draft, she read it back to her son, who made a few minor suggestions as to form, style, and content. It was at this time and under these conditions that Martone began thinking of himself as a writer. His mother promoted that view in other ways, announcing to her friends at the local chapter of the Educational Honorary that her son had an aptitude for writing. The collaboration continued through college, where assignments were mailed home and returned, or in some extreme cases, the prose response was communicated via telephone and copied out in a rather cramped, illegible longhand in the dormitory phone booth. Most of Martone's first book of stories, his occasional essays on the subject of writing, are published under his own name, were written by his mother, who learned finally to type in 1979, the year she wrote his graduate thesis. Martone receives recordings his mother has made of his future work, with the hard copy arriving by fax or courier with little or no interaction between the collaborators prior to the work's appearance. Martone is hard-pressed to tell you what exactly of his published work could truly be said to be his own original contribution, if any, including this contributor's note and the contribution published somewhere else in this magazine.